everybody, today I'm going to show you my bedtime hair routine because everyone has a skincare routine at night. Why not have one for your hair? Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe and make sure that you have notifications on so that you can stay up to date with all of my content and videos as they come out. Let's go. The first part of our nighttime hair care routine is kind of like a light refresher. If you aren't sure how to refresh, I have a YouTube video that I will also link below that I've done. It's a really easy way to refresh in the morning. This one is kind of like a lighter version of that refresh. So take a little container of water, or if you do this in your bathroom, which you should, I have better lighting in here, so I'm doing it in my bedroom. But take a little bit, and anywhere that you see there are little frizzy pieces, especially at your ends, you're gonna just take a little bit of water on your fingertips and go through and smooth it out. If you see any ends that are particularly knotty, areas that look like that, just smooth it out. Don't go crazy because then your hair will be a little too wet, and if you're tired, you wanna go to bed, you don't wanna wait too long for your hair to dry. So just go around to the curls, smooth them out. The purpose of doing this is because obviously when you sleep, even if you wear a bonnet, even if you wear a silk or satin scarf, your hair will kind of pull on itself and there will be some sort of friction. Friction causes frizz and it causes breakage. Any sort of tension on the hair we want to avoid. This will help lessen the tension. So keep going through, keep re-wetting your fingertips. Concentrate on areas that you know are especially prone to frizz. At night, if you wake up and you have a really frizzy crown, concentrate on those areas. I say crown because that's where my frizzy area is. My problem area is always my crown. So, oh yeah, that's a good frizzy piece. So, smooth it out. Do this quickly. This will be the first part of your nighttime routine, so don't do your skin routine first. You're gonna do your hair routine because your hair will dry while you're doing your skin routine. It's all methodical. This step is really important, especially if you're on day 3 or 4 curls. I didn't do a morning refresher today, so my curls are not in the best condition, as you can see up here. They're not incredibly defined. What you're doing right now is making your life easier in the morning and making sure that your curls are as safe as possible at night. And I'm almost done. The next step will be jojoba oil. Side note, are these not the cutest pajamas ever? They have shorts. They come in a bunch of different patterns. I can link them for you. They're from Amazon and they were cheap. Yes. Okay, so the next step is jojoba oil. This is the brand that I use. It's from Now Solutions. It's certified organic jojoba oil. This is good for the skin, hair, body, multi-purpose. Put it on your nails. Do what you want with it. The reason that I like this oil, of all oils to choose, is because it's an emollient. An emollient is a lighter type of oil that sinks into the skin and the hair really well. It's meant to replace your natural oil. It helps bind the skin cells back together. Jojoba oil is also known as an occlusive, so it literally creates a barrier to prevent your hair from losing any moisture, which is a huge win in the curly hair world. And what's nice, your hair feels moisturized, but it doesn't feel oily. So you're gonna take about this much. I know I made fun of a dime's worth in my last video, but do a couple little drops. Rub your hands together and then go through and get those ends. Be careful with this step. Don't over oil your hair. Concentrate on where you have the most frizz again. Concentrate on where you happen to have the driest areas. Don't put it in your roots unless you happen to have an extremely dry scalp. And then I like to kind of do this at the end. Make sure those ends are nice and smooth. You have to kind of loosely retwirl any. Do it. All right, she's ready. This is the step where you're going to do the rest of your bedtime routine. You're going to take care of your skin and just let your hair do its thing. Make sure that it gets completely dry. You don't want it to be wet. don't go to bed with any sort of damp or wet hair, but this really shouldn't take that long to dry. So just have a little patience, give yourself a good skincare routine, maybe do a mask, and then it's scarf time. I go to sleep with a silk scarf, and the reason that I do that is because it just works for me. So I could use a bonnet, but I haven't felt the need to switch yet because I'm so in love with my scarf that I have, which I bought on Etsy, and if I can find the link, I will include that below too. It's pretty large. Excuse the wrinkles in it. I didn't wash it from last night. Please wash these often though, but it's very, very big. I have so many different ways that I tie this based on how I want my hair to look the next day. If I know that I'm wearing it down the next day, I tie it one way. If I know that I want to wear it up and I want really good curls and volume on the top, I'll tie it a different way. So that pretty much determines how I tie it at night. I'm going to be making a future video to show you all the different ways that I know of to tie the scarf and to make sure that it absolutely does not fall out and you won't wake up the next morning with it sitting on your bed next to you. So at this point, if you have the type of scarf that has more of a shiny layer on one side and more of a matte on the other, you want the shiny part to be the part that touches your hair. I want to wear my hair down tomorrow, hopefully. So this is how I'm going to tie it. And no, girls, it's not gonna look cute this way, but it doesn't matter. And like I said, if you want a much more detailed tutorial on how I do the scarf tying, I think I'll make that my next video for you. So for this part, I just tied the two corners. Now what I'm going to do is take the two ends, bring them back up underneath my hair. So there's no part of my hair that is exposed right now. And I'm gonna look amazing right now. I'm going to just tie this right at the top of my head. I do double knot it. Don't do it too tight, you will wake up with a headache. And don't learn the hard way like I did. Double knot. And the reason I do it like this when I want to wear my hair down the next day is because it doesn't flatten out any part of my head. Sometimes, depending on the way you tie the scarf, I could get a flat spot here, here. Don't want it tomorrow. This is how I'm gonna do it. So this is the back of it. It's nice and loose, but my curls still are protected. Thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up with all of my content. You can also find me on TikTok and Instagram under Meredith Jones Curls. I'll see you next time.